Okay, so I'm hoping you can hear me because I tried this earlier and I was literally mute. Okay. So first thing first, adjacents. So if we take our first song, Waymaker, Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light darkness, my God, that is who you are. 4 1 5 6. So adjacents. If it's a black note on my left hand, I just use one finger. That will literally get you by for the longest. Because you're creating dissonance with these notes in between. On my right hand, I'm playing something like this. Uh, on my right hand, I'm playing something like this, which which I'm playing that with the thumb, pointing finger, and middle finger. So put it together. So remember, I do this in just before my destination chord. That is a half step below or half step above. So I can go this to the 6 or this to the 5, depending where I'm going. So go Waymaker, Miracle. When it's the passing note is a white note, so to get to the C chord, to get to the 1, I'll go to the 7 first for the half step passing chord. Waymaker, miracle. You just play it as normal, but that gave a lovely texture. Da, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle. That's how we play our sevens, remember? Promise keeper, light of the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Okay, cool. So now we have um 251s. 251s. I saw in your video. Yeah, I saw your video sounding great. So welcome, um miracle is keeper. Okay, cool. S- They sounded great. Just make sure timing is in there, because otherwise that's the difference between you making a mistake and it sounding clean. You know what I mean? So we got that. I just want to show you the grown-up way to do it. So the actual way we tackle these 251s that you'll have to commit to memory. So remember I said in the 251 passing chord, so that just means if my destination chord's the 1, I'm going from the 4, as we are in this song. I play the 2, then the 5, then the 1. Yeah? In that key. So the grown-up way we do it, so say if I'm want to get to the 4, that is who we are. I'll play my 2, the 5 of F, which is C, then to my destination 4. So 2 5 1. But here I should make the 2 minor. So I'm doing that with my first 3 fingers, and then when my pinky falls on that F, 1 4. So to get to my F, that is who you are. Make a miracle and keep on the dark. Thy God, that is Now to get to our 6, we have a 7-3-6. Let me show you the grown-up way to do that one. This one is the one that is not very standard. This 7-3-6, remember a 7, we have our major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and then the last one is diminished, the B chord diminished. So what we do is make this something called a half diminished, and then we go to our 3, but the grown-up way we do it these days, a typical one is, sorry, like this, and then I'll explain in a second. This idea of a half diminished, you can forget it for now, but just memorize. So 7, so if I ever say 7-3-6, this is kind of what I want to hear. 7, like this. So this one is thumb, pointing finger, and not my middle finger, the one adjacent to it. So the one next to my pinky. Uh, Now this 3 is this. This is the 3. Just think of this as if you're playing a normal 3, 3 on your left hand, and then you got the C chord with the second inversion on your right hand. I believe that's how we've been playing it since. And then all you're doing is raising the thumb, and then you play the 6 however you want. However you want. That's how you get that professional sound. So, Waymaker, miracle. I'm using a half. You get what I'm saying? Halves. What? Waymaker, miracle, adjacent, passing, us keeper, line of the again. My God, that is who we are. So that is what you should practice in terms of the 2-5-1s. That's just to take to the next level. But what you're doing obviously is perfect. By the way, when you're recording it up here, but it sounds better if it's up down here. Line of the my God. Just for context, that is what I play, word for word, bar for bar. And basically, all I'm doing is just playing everything in between. So that is just with all my leftover fingers, and I add the accidental. But that's just, that's just me adding flavor. Okay, grace notes. Grace notes, I called it accidental and accidental, but I should have said grace notes. Similar thing, but I guess just in case you're ever typing on YouTube, it will be more commonly referred to as a grace note. So, you essentially just trill whenever you can. So if I was to get Waymaker, so I'm just keeping my fingers, these 4 fingers. That's all I'm using. Waymaker, mirror, sound, down. Yeah, so it works perfectly every single time. Um, so if I was to then go Waymaker, miracle, keeper, light in the darkness. Remember, I can also do it on the G, as if I'm pretending I'm on the G chord, and the same, but make sure your hands in root position. You do it there as well. If you remember, my pointing finger is playing that. So playing a normal 1-3-5 chord, pointing finger, middle finger, slide it down. Middle finger slides down. Get used to that. So just practice that. So you just hear me do different combinations of the same thing sometimes. So, Waymaker, miracle, let's keep a line of dark. My God, that is true. Just make sure you're in root position when you're doing it. Root position being that. So you could do it anywhere. Just make sure you're in root position. If you're not in root position, for instance on this, then just know that that is what you're sliding. So I'm using my, again, that finger that is not my middle finger, but is next to it. And I am sliding into the chord. And that's how I get that flair. So, lying in the dark, my girl. So I played my chord, then went back for that, and then adjacent, then to the sixth. I just combine, 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 combine. But what you should actually do is like to start off with, have a plan of what you're gonna do. So I don't have a plan right now when I'm flowing. I don't have a plan when I'm flowing, but I have a plan. So say, so I'm gonna use the adjacent to the four, then uh, then I'll use the adjacent to the one, then I use a 2 5 1 to the five. Now I use the seven, another 2 5 1, so 7 3 6, same thing to the six. Yeah. So like write it down, and then I'll slur on the first chord or second chord XYZ. Pentatonic. Um, pentatonic, pentatonic. Remember, so one, two, three, 4 5 are your pentatonic. That's why it's got, pent five. So it's a 5 note scale. 1 2 3 4 5. So remember, anything you press these notes anytime, they're gonna sound good. So Waymaker. Oh, sorry. Way. So I like that melody. Just made it up on the spot. So I accidentally touched the F. I didn't mean to. Something I could do. You'll hear me do it a lot. All that is just rolling your pentatonic. So yeah. Uh, so obviously you start mixing them pentatonic with the gray steps. Just keep your hand in root position for now whilst you're doing that. But I'm not losing track of timing. So What I seriously advise, because your timing is a bit concerning.
room, I received a vision, a face, a soul,
See, why
and
is
I
this playing
believe
in my ears? Uh, can you hear this? So I've got a worship loop on 50 BPM by Richie Q Studio, and I'm just on YouTube. So just practice, add in your passing chords. 5 1 4. That is who you are. Just a 5 1 4. Then change on another song. Um, you are here. Is that same song? Oh, yes. Oh yeah, it's lol. Haha. Anyway, Sha, you get the idea. I'm so tired. Oh my god, I'm finished. Ah, how do I end this? How long was this? 17 minutes, my goodness.